Let's do another video on the environment. We have some information that is very disappointing, but not unexpected. Less than a month after COP28, a deal chock full of loopholes for the fossil fuel industry, which was the COP28 2023. So we kind of wonder what the next COP29 will look like. This summit has appointed an official who spent more than 20 years working for a state-owned oil and gas company to preside over the next round of global COP29 talks, which will be this year's November 2024. This appointment sparked outrage and warnings that the COP29 is already poised to end similarly to COP28, which was overrun with a record number of oil and gas lobbyists. Well, we knew that was going to happen from the beginning as soon as they appointed the last oil and gas official to run COP28. The final outcome of COP28 did not include any commitment to phase out of fossil fuels whatsoever. It's more than clear this gathering has been fully co-opted by fossil fuel companies around the world. We need a rapid shift away from the business as usual, wrecking the climate, but Azerbaijan starts the COP29 cycle by appointing a lifelong oil man to lead the UN climate talks. This is deeply worrying. This will push us closer to the abyss. Let's not forget Azerbaijan is a petrostate and a major exporter of crude oil and gas around the world. Let's not forget the world reached 15.1 C or 59.2 degrees Fahrenheit average temperature this year. That's the highest it's been since record keeping began. We marked a record 1.46 degrees C or 2.63 degrees Fahrenheit above pre-industrial levels in 2023. But yet there wasn't any talk about phasing out fossil fuels in the summit whatsoever in 2023. Nothing at all. So do you really expect 2024 to be any different in November? It isn't going to change. We put an oil man at the head once again, and they'll just talk about how great oil and gas is, and carbon capture, and how natural gas is the way of the future, which it really isn't. It causes just as much pollution and CO2 in the atmosphere as oil does, or coal, or any of the other fossil fuels. It's just a ploy to get us to keep using fossil fuels and drill, baby, drill. And here in the U.S., of course, one of the next contenders of the presidential race talks about drill, baby, drill, and how he would open up large tracts of fossil fuel exploration and drilling and continue the fossil fuel bandwagon indefinitely without any regard whatsoever about what's happening with the climate. He thinks that climate change is a hoax. Well, whether he does or doesn't, that's his whole shtick. His climate change is a hoax. The other person who's running for the president, he says that climate change isn't a hoax and is real, but goes ahead and opens up large tracts of oil and gas exploration and drilling anyway. So I don't know. Some people say it doesn't matter which one gets in. They're both going to drill and export oil and gas no matter what, because they know where the big money's coming from. It's very depressing. I've been talking about it for some time now, what to do about the oil and gas problem. My whole shtick would be to remove Biden from the Democrats from running from office and put in Newsom from California, Governor Newsom, and run him as an alternative to Biden. I think he'd have a much better chance at winning, and he might, I say again, might do something about climate change. I don't know. He's done quite a bit here in California on some things, and then some things he lets oil and gas companies run all over him. So I don't know. What's your thoughts on this? I appreciate any thoughts you have. You can write them in the description area down below. The more comments we have in the description area, the more the algorithm of YouTube will get more people to watch the channel, and maybe we can spread the word a little bit more about climate change. It's up to, I'm doing my part, now it's up to do your part. See if you can come up with a comment or two and a thumbs up, which also helps with the algorithm with YouTube. I appreciate any of that and the new subscribers. And until next time.